small, petite and stylish. The Swedish Husqvarnas didn't quite take on India as they would have liked. It had some fundamental shortcomings, especially surrounding its compactness, that held people back from bringing it home. Husqvarna has taken heed and paid attention to all of these feedbacks, and as a result, both the Svartpillen 401 as well as the Vittpillen 250 have grown in size. We are only going to be riding the 401 today, which looks rugged like a scrambler. But the question is it just an accessible scrambler or a more comfy 390 Duke? Well, for starters, the Svartpillen ain't no real scrambler. The suspension capabilities on offer are inadequate for scrambling, the ground clearance is fairly low, and even the exhaust is low set. Plus, the bars aren't really tall, so that makes standing up and riding a bit of a task. So at best, this bike can go over rough road patches and muddy terrain without any fuss. But if you want an authentic, true-blooded scrambling experience, look elsewhere in the Bajaj umbrella. Think British, I say.
Your shoes crib brand new. Yeah, I'm about to go in like a damn fool.
There's no doubt that the Svartpillen is a stylish ride. It is as though the Duke ditched its one-piece leather racing suit and put on a three-piece set of formals. It has the clear neo-retro intentions, which are very well packaged now, and even though it's grown in size, the proportions are well maintained. This single panel design lends that clean, suave look that Huskies deliver quite well.
I do particularly like the side profile of the bike with the oval tacky extensions jutting out ever so slightly. I would have liked if the bits like the wiring harness and the rectifier were hidden, as they just bring that cool look down by a smidge. Nevertheless, the Svartpillen instantly makes you cool as soon as you hop on the bike.
Comfy Duke? Well, yes and no. For starters, the seating area on offer is quite spacious. You get a lot of room over here. Plus, the pegs have been pushed further back and the midsection is quite narrow. So, your lower body posture isn't quite as cramped as it is on the Duke. However, the bars are slightly forward set and you have to lean forwards to get to them. So, the upper body stance isn't quite as relaxed. For that, I wish Husqvarna had provided some handlebar risers, so the overall stance would be quite relaxed and overall very natural, very neutral for city riding or for retro experience. And clearly, this bike isn't meant for standing up and riding. The designers told that in the briefing very well. There might be something else planned for standing up and riding. Norden 401 maybe? No change to the engine tune, gear ratios or final drives means that the Svartpillen is just as explosive and fun to brab. This new 399cc engine is an absolute gem, as it can go from lax to insane in the blink of an eye. There is incredible drive presence all around, and that quick shifter makes the riding experience a breezy one. However, I did notice a few issues on this Husky. The throttle was trailing quite a bit more even after shutting the gas. So the revs were still quite as high and took a while to subside down. And that could mean a potential hazard, especially during panic braking situations. Plus, this bike doesn't have that sheer lunacy as you associate with the 390 Duke.
Also, the engine sounds brappy and energetic as it did on the Duke. The low speed vibes are present but not jarring. The buzziness gets less as the motor picks up pace, and it can hold very high speeds effortlessly. Overall, the versatility of the new motor shines once again, and we cannot wait to enjoy it in every possible motorcycle format that KTM decides to plonk it in.
Labels gon' ask what we bring. Tell them we bringing the table.
Now, due to the different seating posture on the Husqvarna, the ride quality also varies when compared to the Duke. This bike feels a bit more firmer in its stock settings than the KTM. And that is because you're loading the front end a bit more and the monoshock is a bit more relaxed. And as such, it feels a bit more reactive when going over broken stretches of tarmac. However, there's adjustable suspension here as well, so you can tune out that feeling and make the ride more pliable.
The extra heft, especially in the unsprung mass area, slows down the steering by a lot. It still feels solid in the bends and you can hoon a bit as well. But this Silver Arrow doesn't quite have the sharpness of the Duke. Also, despite trying the more cost-friendly organic brake pads at the front, we never found the braking to be lacking or disappointing. The stopping power was on point, although the ABS does kick in a tad bit sooner than what we would have liked. Perhaps the Pirelli Rally STRs and their big chunky blocks of rubber could have something to do with the inconsistency. Speaking of the Pirellis, the grip levels on offer are phenomenal. You have to get used to the slight vague sensation at the start because of the deep grooves on offer. It is a small learning curve and something that you will have to be mindful of once you get riding astride the Svartbilen.
We're running the game now. Foot on the gas, can slow down.
Think of the Husqvarnas as the no-frills, less techy 390 Duke. That is because even though there is traction control and switchable ABS, these riding aids aren't IMU aided. There's just street riding mode. The console and the switches are the same, but no smartphone connectivity offered as standard. So by eliminating all of these, Bajaj is able to offer it at a very delectable price. And if you want the convenience of alloy wheels or want to add the smartphone connectivity features, you can do so via the company's official outlets without voiding warranty.
The Husqvarna Svartbilen 401 is a smashing motorcycle. But we kind of knew that already, didn't we? Because the base itself was just so solid. This bike is quite loud and in your face, whereas this is more of a smooth operator. It has that sense of premiumness and quality that you associate with Husqvarna, and it looks pretty stylish as well. Mind you, but it still gives you that visual gravitas that you're riding something quite as substantial. And you're paying 20,000 rupees less than the Duke, and for that you're just compromising on the fact that you don't get any smartphone connectivity features, you don't get the convenience of alloy wheels, and you are not capable of holding an extra liter and a half of fuel when you're out touring. But in every other regard, this bike is nearly as exciting to ride as the Duke. I for one don't mind this bike being too aggressive and being a big attention seeker, because this is definitely my bike. But for those who like a more cool, suave, retro riding experience, this bike should do the trick quite well. And over the years, we know KTMs have become very common right in India and have developed a little bit of a reputation. Whereas Husqvarna, well, this is still a fairly unknown brand and it still speaks of premiumness. And for that matter, this still remains an exclusive product. Funnily enough, you can walk into a KTM dealership and check out both of these bikes because they are available right there. And you can take a test ride of either one of them and make your decision. So which one are you picking? Do let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and share this video, subscribe to our channel, hit the bell notification icon, follow us on our Instagram page because we keep dropping cool automotive content over there as well. And until next time, thank you for watching.